For all of you Star Wars fans, I have a conundrum and I need your help. The help is I have two action figures. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of action figures. I have two action figures that don't really fit in any of these little dioramas that I created. So on the very bottom, I have the Clone Wars, and it has like all the Jedi ladies who were in the Clone Wars, like Ahsoka, Shakti, and some others. Right above them is the Mandalorian. Has the Mandalorian in his Beskar, and it has the Mandalorian in the first season without the Beskar, and it has Grief Karga, I believe that's his name, and then right above that is Return of the Jedi, and it has Lando and Han Solo and one of the Ewoks and one of the Rebel troopers, and above that is Darth Vader and all the Empire, as like the stormtroopers up top, and then Darth Vader and like the officers, the Emperor, and then we have the bounty hunters and the scum, and then right here is where I have my plaque with the clip from the 1977 movie Star Wars, and it has Obi-Wan, Han Solo, R2D2, C3PO, Chewbacca, Luke, and Leia from that movie. And then I have right here iterations of Leia. You know, she's in her Hoth and Endor, and there's Luke and his iterations. You know, from Hoth and the first movies, and then you come down here, and this one was going to be my Jabba the Hutt palace situation. Once I get a Jabba the Hutt action figure, which they're pretty expensive, they're like $100, I think. So I'm hoping they'll come down in price. And then down here is my AT-AT. Well, my problem is I have two action figures that don't fit into any of those situations right there, and I need your help to figure out where I can put the action figure. The first one is from The Empire Strikes Back. It is the Rebel Trooper, you know, the one that was on Hoth, and they were fighting against the AT-ATs coming. I don't know where to put him, because the ATST I have down there is basically from Return of the Jedi, and you know, I have Jabba's palace, which is Return of the Jedi, and then I have another cubicle which is set for Return of the Jedi. So I don't know where I should put this guy. Should I just stick him with the other Rebel Trooper in Endor, or I don't know. And that's one. The second one is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I got this one because I loved the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but I just absolutely loved it. I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. And I think out of the Disney movies, it could be my number one show. I mean, The Mandalorian was great. So I think between it and The Mandalorian, those are the two Disney shows that I like the best. And I just saw this and I had to have it. So it is Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and I don't know where to put him either. Should I put him down there where the Clone Wars are? Should I stick him in this Return of the Jedi outfit, which wouldn't make sense? I don't really know. I need your help. So those are the two pieces I have that are troubling me, and I can't for the life of me figure it out. I thought maybe I could, like, I have two cubes at the bottom that are open, and I could buy the little doors and make two more, but then you wouldn't really be able to see it, you know? And I like the helmets there too. I mean, Luke and the biker scout, and then the Mandalorian helmet that I 3D printed, and the stormtrooper helmet I 3D printed, and those are the same down there too. Those are all 3D prints. And then I don't want to put it up here because my cat has a propensity to jump up there and knock stuff off. So, I mean, if I didn't have a cat, I might put it up there. I would be more adamant to put it up there than not. But I can't do that right now with a cat that likes to get up there and do things to make me mad. so give me your thoughts and ideas. And I printed something else that I thought was super cool, and I haven't done anything. I was working on it today. It's a 3D print, and if you've never done a 3D print, it's got like all these supports and stuff, so it doesn't sag. And I have all these supports, and I was trying to like pry them loose and cut them off, and they're supposed to be easy and pop loose. And I was using one of my tools, one of my main tools, and it broke the tool. It actually broke the tool when I was trying to pry it off. So I'm upset, but I wanted to show you what it was before I even printed it. So I'm sure most people will know who this is. Put in the comments down below if you know who it is, and check it out. I'm hoping to, get another tool to get this fixed up, sanded, and painted. I think it'd look really cool painted. So it looks pretty wicked, just the black right now. But I like it a lot. I saw it. I was looking through all these different Star Wars helmets and masks, and this popped up, and it was just like, oh yeah, I was actually trying to pry this loose right here, these supports for the nose and the eyebrow and stuff, and it just broke my tool. And I'm like, man. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a little handheld Dremel. My friend Scott from Rafters Sports and Movies. If you haven't checked his channel out, you should. It's really cool. Rafters Sports and Movies. He told me I should get a little Dremel because his daughter does 3D printing, and it must do wonders. So I'm going to do that and say goodnight. At last, we will have our vengeance. Who is that? Anywho, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for helping me place my two guys. And if you haven't seen my last video, it talks about the 9 movies that are coming out from Star Wars. And you should check it out right here. Right there. There it is. Anyway, just remember, the Force will be with you always.